this issue where you agree or disagree with mods. It happens every video, and it doesn't add to the conversation. My job and what I view my job is to let you guys know what the info is, and you guys can make a decision about whether or not you want to buy into the trailer, whether or not you want to support the modder in that way. And other than that, that's really as far as the conversation needs to go. I don't care whether or not you buy it or not, because my job is just to let you guys know what all the trailer can do, what I think of it, whether or not it's enjoyable or not. And I'm attaching my reputation to payware guys that some people don't like. So that for me, it's a risk, but it's a risk that I think it's important enough for you guys to know what all the trailer has, what all its customizations are, and showcase the trailer in a way that gives you a realistic viewpoint of it. So anyway, we saw a little bit of our scrolling views as we came through just to get a little outside view of this trailer. It's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So let's look at some of the customizations now that we're inside our workshop. So we've got a couple things here. If you want to do, you've got two different sides of chromes. You've got the more laid back chrome, which is what you will find if you are trying to match your default SES chrome. That looks more like your gas tanks, fuel tanks, your mud flaps, those kinds of things. But some things like the Freightliner Classic XL has a really deep dish chrome, and that fits more of this particular style of chrome. So if you're actually going with the trailer that's got a lot of paint on it, the darker chrome is going to be pretty snazzy with it. You've got a couple of different axles on this trailer, which is nice. So you do have quite a bit of customizations to go through. You've got the triples, you got single pushers here, you've got spread axles. Now the spread axle does not add any kind of location for toolboxes or stuff in the middle, so I do want to point out that. As for the triaxle B, you got that single in the back, and also you've got just a double tires, triples all the way down, or triple, I guess. Or no, that'd be a triple double. Yeah. So anyway, whatever you want to do, we'll just leave the triples on there. I like the triples on this; just gives it a really nice beefy look. Okay, so as for custom colors. Custom colors applies to chassis, your landing pads for the trailer once it's on the ground, bumpers, and then this undercarriage where the reflectors are and down. So basically everything in the chassis. The tank itself will still stay chrome, so you can kind of put that at wherever you want to. I'm going to put this blue in here just because I know this is one that matches our colors here on the truck itself. And so let's go ahead and look at some of the options. Lighting, let me cover that one really quick. 3 big nodes for lighting. You've got this front one here, which gives you, once you click on this custom, it gives you all these nodes for lighting. So you can literally light this sucker up. So that one's there, and we'll exit that one off. There's another one down here on the side. I believe this is it. Side light custom, yes. So now all these can be entered in, so however you want to arrange your lighting. And once you do go into this, it's got a couple. It's got amber, it's got red, and it's got clearance white lights. And you can do these in brighter 3 LEDs or just the single LED node parks. So whatever you guys wanted to do on that, it's pretty customizable. And then, of course, you've got stuff on here. So you can do just the back extra light, which is just the 3. Or if you want to go ahead and single these around the whole entire tank, you certainly can. And you also have more tanking options right here. So this back casing that covers up your I guess would be your extract port here on the tank. You've got a couple different things. So you can have all the lights there. You can have all the lights as here, and you could just light this whole entire thing up like a Christmas tree if you want to. Third one is right here. We'll get to it as a piece here. And this thing has underglow. So if you like a really customized looking truck, you do have these underlights. Now, I don't know if they won't show here inside here, but they work under the beacons. So when the beacons cut on, the underglow comes on. So it doesn't come on with the fog. Come on with the regular lights. So just kind of keep that in your pocket there. It does have them built in. So if you see pictures of this trailer, some of the Facebook groups, or if you see them here in my Discord, people have these on. That's because you can choose that as an actual option on the truck. It's not a separate mod. So, all right. Now let's move on to skins. There's a ton of skins, but they come on as accessories in the truck. So you may go over here and say, well, I don't have no skins. They're all right here under this node. So you've got I'm just going to kind of blast through some of these. You've got this Altum Tank Lines, California Freight. And you've got a Weissman, Custom Commodities. Let's see, what else we got? Let's see, Custom 3. Oh, there's the Full Tilt Gaming one. Dairy Farmers of America, Indian River, J&M Tank Lines. Here, let me get a little bit further back so you guys can, there we go. You got J Transport, so you can see what I mean here. Langer Transport, Martin Prime Inc. I'm just kind of blasting through some of these. Ryan's Fresh Uses, Quality Carriers, Superior Carriers, United Dairyman of Arizona. So yeah, you've got some nice little custom, cool little emblematic things here. Now you can also do your own custom skins, and thanks to Bart, because he did us a custom Full Tilt Gaming one for us in the channel. So big thumbs up to him. I appreciate that. It was a total surprise. But he was like, appreciate the videos, appreciate you doing what you're doing. So I threw a little something extra in there. So I was like, oh man, that's sweet. Not sweet like in a sweet. Never mind. Okay, so front fenders. You got chrome, paint, smooth, and then this ribbed version here. So there's paint ribbed, then you've got a smooth chrome, and then painted chrome. And that pretty much applies for most everything on the trailer. So if you want to do chrome versus painted, it's all there. Mud flaps, you've got a bunch of different kinds here. You got white ones with the Got Milk. You've got Betty Boop Got Milk, which is kind of like a classic. You've got chrome weighted. You got chrome flame weighted. And then you've got the white with Betty Boop. I like the black ones. They're just simple. You could do some, I guess, logos on here. So if you know how to edit any of these type easy files like the mud flaps and those kinds of things, you can actually, apply your own textures to those. You've got painted and painted and polished landing pads there. You've got also the underpart, so if you want to do this plus the chassis, if you want to add in a color chrome accent on this, which I actually do like, keeping the blue here, you can also just leave it on the bottom here and just color this part, which I think is what we'll do. You've got the underlight, we'll do dark blue on there. You can also paint the stairs, they come in as the default, so if you can see how this is starting to stack up when you can put the chrome and the paint together, it looks pretty doggone good. Now you can also, there's the custom side lights. Now here's the little one here. Now this has got a nice little custom cover here. So you can put lights on all these, yellows, reds, whites. They still have the same accessory slots for those. And you've got a couple different kinds of those. You got painted, and then you've got an extended, almost like a wheel guard version. I'm not sure why why you would need those. I have no idea unless it's protection, but anyway, you've got a shorter one there that looks pretty good. So let's move around to the back of the trailer. Obviously, you've got these here. Now, there is a back of the trailer, right? Okay, there you go. You got painted versions on this. If you want to paint the chassis all together, you can. I'm actually going to leave mine chrome and leave this as an accent. And then right here is your fenders on the back. So you've got a couple different kinds of these. You've got painted, ribbed, you've got chrome ribbed, and then you see you've got like a smooth kind of a half fender, chrome, and then you've got a full, which is more, encased all the way down. Looks maybe a little weird on the triples. Maybe on the split that would look pretty slick. But you can see it's kind of in the light end. But I actually like we'll just go with the painted ribs there. Actually, we'll go with chrome. How about that? And then we'll do you got back bud flaps so they can match the front. I'm not going to go through all of those. You can do a custom if you want to do your own lights and stuff for here. You can pick whatever you want to. They do have some different ones, so if you want to kind of arrange these up in a little different, simple fashion, you certainly can. You've also got a couple different bumpers. So you got more of a pusher bumper here, and then you've got this like drag bumper that typically this is what we see here in the States. I would think the pusher one maybe comes more in your workhorse trailers or trailers that might be doing a little bit more backup and might need that right around the back end. But I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comments and tell me what that is, because you always do. But I'm not salty. All right, so we'll add a little paint to that. Let's go ahead and get our trailer back in, because I like the defaults. I don't care. Like I said, you've got a couple different back casings for this as well. So back here where you're extracting, I guess your extracting nozzle or node back here is, you can encase this, which is, I guess, just protect from different grime and road grime and dirt and all that stuff to keep your exit clean. It's kind of like wearing underwear for the truck. Don't want to ride commando down the road. But anyway, you can light this thing up like you want to. It's got a couple different options, as you can see, opens and closed and yada, 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 yada. Now you got a couple things, like I said, on the lighting. You can wrap this thing up in lights and completely light this thing up like a Christmas tree. So anyway, that's what you can do on this one. Now it does have quite a few many of cargo loads. So let's go ahead, let's zip right on over, because I've already got this thing bought. I think you'll see it. Yep, it's already up there. It's the FGG skin colors. That looks so good. All right, so we'll go down to our job market. Let's go to cargo side. Now, anything over here you'll see, well, pretty much, yeah, anything outside of some of these cities are still not drawing in. I'm not sure if that's by choice, but some of these cities don't have anything, which is interesting. Actually, yeah, there you go. So there's one like Pioche, like, Why does that one not have anything or prim? Anyway, doesn't matter. So you've got milks, you've got hot chocolates, you got all kinds of stuff. You got different oils, water, juices, different wines and stuff are in there as well. Soy milk, regular milk. So depending on how you want to do this as well, it really depends. Now, the cool thing that I do like about this, now I have the company mod in. So that's why you see some different things like Cascadian Farm, BNSF. That's not necessarily your regular stuff, but they are basically replacing what the default stuff is. The thing that I do like about this, that I do feel that most of the loads go to where you think they probably should. So you're not necessarily going to a car dealership and you're not picking up juice out of the Tesla dealership and taking them, to some other random place like FedEx. So you're still taking things from the farms to the Walmarts to the ports, to those types of, and even the winery. I saw that E&J Gallo hot chocolate. They've got all the wines go to E&J Gallo. So I think it's cool how a lot of that stuff actually plays the way it should, and the loads actually go to where they should. I know some modders will really put a lot of emphasis on just basically taking all the loads that they possibly can and literally putting them in every single business. And sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it's not. Like if I've got a bunch of packages in a dry van, you can still take those packages everywhere, but having a little bit more mindfulness about where the loads actually come from and where you would normally deliver them in real life, I think it's like the little extra touch that makes it a little bit more realistic. That's like if you've got a really huge low bed and you're picking like a Caterpillar, I would say, like a Caterpillar dozer from Best Buy. Like, that's just weird to me. Like, just make it to all the construction ones, because those generally have the lots that are big enough to pull the stuff in and actually enjoy carrying, delivering, and parking the load, because you actually have the space too. So anyway, I know that's something that's totally on the outside of that, but anyway, I think it's a nice touch when the loads do what they're supposed to. So anyway, take that and do with it as you please. But we run some stuff there on the beginning as well, so you guys got to see some nice, cool, just running shots of me driving down the road with it. It's an absolutely beautiful trailer. I've gotten great performance out of it, so it's not one of those poorly put together mods as well. It feels nice and closed in. So as of always, man, I was big high remarks from me on Bart's modding. He just, this is a complete, we're working on this for about 4 months. And this is a complete rehaul. Everything is custom. Everything is personally modeled by him. You're not just getting a high poly model that is just kind of hacked up and kind of split up into different pieces that you can do. This is a legit mod that's completely modeled by himself. And I've got all the links down in the description. So if you, excuse me, if you want to see any of the stuff like his modeling, and you want to see some of the progress shots for next stuff that's coming up, go ahead and jump into his Facebook group. It's great. He's great about sharing stuff, about being super supportive of different guys that are around him as well. So it's a really good place, and you're not going to find a lot of people in him walking through with the whole, well, it's a private mod, sorry you guys can't have it. I mean, it's just really good. It's a really good place, and I actually enjoy looking through his pictures and some of the other guys. So it's a good group if you're looking for a solid Facebook group that's pretty supportive. So anyway, go join that. I've got all the links down in the description as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said, if you've got questions about anything on the trailer, please feel free to just contact me here on in the comments. I'll read them, and if it needs a typed out response, then I will type one out to you, especially if you can. And I'll let Bart know too that may check out just to see if there's some questions there. He can answer some as well if you guys have some. But obviously, if you want to, take all your support questions on over to Bart in his Facebook group. That way he can answer those, and other people that ask the same questions can see them. So anyway, a little bit of a long spill at the end, but there's a lot of info there that I want to try to get out and make you guys kind of aware of how all of this stuff works and how it all runs, especially if you've never done anything like this as well. And I also want to throw out that it is PayPal. So you can use PayPal. There's some protection there as well. You get an invoice, and the that you actually paid for a service. So if something does go wrong, you do have some backups. Not like you got to take a money order to a back alley somewhere in exchange for, for something stupid. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the trailer. If you do purchase it, if you don't, that's totally fine as well. And if you do, I'd love to see some pictures of it here in the Discord, as well as I'm sure Bart would like to see some on his Facebook page, and let him know that if you are enjoying it. I'm sure he would like to know that as well. So anyway, we'll catch y'all guys here in the next mod showcase, live stream, or whatever we're doing here at the channel, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.